jaBROni, JABRONIXYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the jaBROnis presented by BODYSLAM.net. I am your reigning, defending, undisputed jaBROni world champion, Topher McCann. Hold on, it's right here. Let me grab it real quick. Big deal, no big deal. Joined as always with Mr. Mike Butler.
You know, I'm not going to be a dick, but, you know, I just want to say happy belated Father's Day to everyone, to you, sir. And, you know, all positive vibes here, all positive vibes. So
we'll have to get into it, though. There was
this is the end of the positive vibes, but right now, as we speak, there's positive vibes.
I'm feeling it.
Starting like now, it's all about to go down.
There was, I don't know if we'll talk about it now, but there was some tease of other people trying to come after.
Oh, don't you worry. Towards the end of the show, I'm gonna give you a little hint as to who it's gonna be. But I think you'll be excited when you find out. I'm not telling you until the next prediction show we have. He'll be here. He'll be here on the next prediction show.
I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
You should be. You should absolutely start sweating. Absolutely start sweating. It's amazing what I can do and the strings that I can pull. But
we need to get into it. Hell in a Cell was last night.
It was.
And I need you to walk through your experience of getting ready to watch Hell in a Cell. We had the Sixers Game 7 on. Don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm enjoying my Father's Day, you know, as everyone I think has. And, you know, we get back just in time for Hell in a Cell to start. Sit down on my couch, hit the thing, the little remote gimmick, hit the power button, hit the Peacock app button, and I get a picture of Puss in Boots that says that my app needs updating. Now, for those of you who have Peacock on the Fire Stick, you know that the Fire Stick, which is what I have, Peacock's not offered on it. So you have to kind of like side download it. Like nothing illegal. They literally give you instructions on how to do it. But I don't know if it's for anyone else. But when I went to update the app, I couldn't. It said I need to update it via the App Store. Well, the App Store doesn't have Peacock, so I can't watch it. So I was able to get it. But it like crapped out halfway through the Bianca Bailey match that kicked off the show. And I didn't get it back till I missed Cesaro Rollins, and I didn't get back till Alexa Bliss, Shayna Baszler.
Well, luckily you got back for that. Luckily.
Yeah, thank goodness. The match that I wanted, not the match that could have definitely determined jaBROni world champion or anything.
Oof. So did you see? So you missed the opening Hell in a Cell match then?
Most of it, yeah. I caught glimpses.
And I would just have to say that start up. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was
from what awesome. From what I saw, it was pretty cool. I saw Bianca's hair tied up to a chair. Like, that was epic.
They used the hair a lot, which was needed. There was only one thing that I could say about it. This is just devil's advocate. Right towards the finish, she had Bailey down and she put the ladder and placed it like on top of her and then was climbing to the top rope. Well, I was just like, the hell are you going to do here? If you do anything except like a coup de grace, you're going to hurt yourself. Like if anything. And also just, I feel like if someone has a ladder on them, I get it when someone gets put on a table and they stay on it. I always think they should roll off. But when someone puts like a ladder on top of you or puts a trash can in front of you, it's just like, just move it away. But she ended up just doing a flippity floppity floop and then doing her what is it, the kiss of death onto the ladder, which was awesome. Great finish. The only thing I was just like, why did she try to climb up with the ladder on top of her? I think it was just for a flippity floppity floop, but
so you were just playing devil's advocate. I'm gonna not play devil's advocate, but I'm gonna kind of be a Debbie Downer, I guess you could say. I think me and you can fairly say, and the viewers as well, that Bianca's hair isn't real, right? Like not all of it at least, right? I mean, unless I just broke the news to you there and it's like you don't think it's extensions.
I'm not gonna lie, I never even thought about it. But I'm assuming that there has to be some extensions.
So let's go back into the kayfabe world here. This hair has gotten her into some trouble sometimes. Tying it on a rope, tying it on a chair. Why wear them? Why wear the extensions? I know it's part of her entrance and maybe that's what makes her unique and stuff, but I don't think her hair makes her character. It doesn't make her the EST of WWE. I'm just saying, like, if your hair is gonna get tied up on a chair or on a cell or on a rope, maybe next time you don't bring the hair. That's just me.
It's funny. When I was watching the match last night, I was thinking if this led to another match, since the hair was being utilized so much, like if she just showed up in like a little high bun, maybe throwing that all the way up and wrapping it around a few times, and then it's not even involved. Bayley can't use it to her advantage, and but I was thinking that last night randomly. I was like, maybe she should just tie this up, and then it won't be used against her so much.
Yeah, right. Like it's done, and don't get me wrong, she's used it to her advantage too.
She's the EST.
The sound that it made across Sasha Banks' ribs at WrestleMania still echoes into my ear late at night when I'm by myself. But I'm just saying, I think it's going to cost her down the line. So,
do you think this is over, this feud?
Yeah, I think so. I'd hope so. Only because, it is. I know this means nothing, but like it is Hell in a Cell. It's supposed to be the feud ender, but on the same hand, or on a different hand, you don't got a lot of competition on SmackDown there. So unless they start bringing people back, like I can't imagine what their women's Money in the Bank match is going to be. I mean, like there's 7 of them still, so like it's not even like enough for a full-blown Money in the Bank match,
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're gonna mix with Raw and SmackDown, but still, I don't know who you'd maybe Liv. She hasn't really been doing much.
Who do you think? Just early prediction without anyone announced at all. Who you want to see win women's Money in the Bank?
Who do I want to, or who do I think?
Both.
All right, who I want to? Honestly, I'm like an underdog type dude. So like seeing somebody who hasn't gotten it, like Liv Morgan, I wouldn't hate completely. Who I think, I have 2 possibilities. One I don't think is likely. The other I think is meh. Becky Lynch returns and wins it. I don't think that's likely though, because I don't think she needs it. What I do think is meh. I don't know what they're doing with this Ava Marie Piper Niven thing, but I could definitely see Piper. I'm not whatever her new name is, I'm not saying it. Dewdrop. Is that what it? I'm not like. I guess we'll find out tonight. But I could see Piper like winning it, and I guess I guess Eva Marie wins it in canon, I guess, since Ava Marie's getting the victories that Piper is actually getting. So I could see them doing something with that.
I could see definitely that would be the most, her having Money in the Bank just makes sense
Makes sense, right? It makes sense
with the way they would, I think, want to do it. I mean, I wouldn't mind Reginald climbing up there, maybe dropping it down, pulling an Ellsworth. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Do that. Give it to Reginald. Reginald, women's Money in the Bank winner. You heard it here first.
He could be this day and age of Andy Kaufman.
He could have, Alexa could have used some body swapping, Freaky Friday stuff. You know what? Reginald is Nia. Nia's Reginald. We carry this over. Reginald's in the 7 women Money in the Bank women's match.
That's a very good point.
Go, Reggie.
I do feel like they are they gotta, like, within the next couple weeks, and especially I guess the Friday night before Money in the Bank, their first live show, I gotta feel like they're doing some call-ups to beef up the Money in the Bank match. Like, I just feel like that has to happen.
I feel like at that point, don't you think everyone would be announced for it?
Maybe not.
I feel like with the, I don't know if you
like,
go
I'm
off.
saying, like, they're not gonna, like, not announce members for it, but, like, and they could even bring people back right now. I mean, like, look, you're not gonna blow your load on the 3 weekends with or the 3 nights with, like, a ton of surprises, like Friday night, Sunday night, and I guess Monday night. Like, you're not gonna, like, throw all your surprises out there on one night. So I think they have to kind of, like, if they're bringing some people back, especially for Raw, I feel like you need to start bringing them in soonish. I don't know who, like, obviously, like, a Becky Lynch return you save for, like, a big moment, not like, oh, she's in the Money in the Bank. You don't do that. But I don't know if I don't know what else they have planned. There you go.
We got a little Truly action going. I heard something of, again, it was just like Karrion Kross was backstage, and then there's rumors of, like, Bronson Reed. And it's like, Bronson Reed, no offense. It's like, I have no interest in that whatsoever.
I have no interest in either of them. Karrion Kross or Bronson Reed.
Yeah, and it was the same, no offense. Like, I like Damian Priest, but at the same time, when he came up to it was just like, I feel like all the people that you want to come up, like, came up, either got fired or then instantly went back. Ciampa, Gargano. But yeah. I think it would be a mix. I would like to see, honestly, like what you said, I would like to see some call up NXT talent in the Money in the Bank match.
I think a majority of the men's Money in the Bank should be that. Like, throw Finn in there. If you're going to bring up Karrion and Bronson, do that. Throw Damian Priest in there, even though I feel like I haven't seen him in weeks.
He's been off. I go off that Money in the Bank, the little commercial they aired, kind of go off of that. And it's just like, you see Big E, Shinsuke, and I'm seeing it's just like, all right, I could see them both being in it.
I could definitely see both of them being in it. In fact, they probably will be if Shinsuke's not going to, like, defend his crown at Money in the Bank. But
I do hope they do something with that. It seems like they're leaning towards doing a King of the Ring.
Yeah, they're starting. It seems like that, which I'm fine. Excuse me, but yeah, I don't know about those NXT guys. Karrion Kross, and I'm not biased against Karrion Kross just because he beat Finn. Just not somebody I really resonate with. Same with Bronson Reed, and it's kind of crappy when to say that because they're the 2 top champions on NXT. I think I'd much rather see oh my God, LA Knight on the main roster, to be honest.
The $1 Million Champion?
Yes, that's exactly why I want to see the $1 Million Championship, like, all the time.
I do like how we didn't get to talk much about that at all, but I do like how they put it on LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because I think there's the story there they're going to be telling with that for inevitably putting it on Cameron Grimes is going to be good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's see where we what match should we do? We talked about the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, we did Bianca and
Oh.
Bailey. Now it's Cesaro. And
Seth. We altered on this for our picks. I was torn on this.
I was really upset with myself because I did have Seth winning, but my wife actually talked me into Cesaro.
Mine was I wanted Sami Zayn really, really bad. That was the one that I was like, no, because that was the one where another one where I thought it would then go opposite ways. Because I thought maybe you would like Sammy too, and then you would take KO would win, and I'd be like, but for some reason I just thought like I didn't know that KO was going to be taking time off either. So
I didn't know that. Is that a thing?
Yeah, he said I think he tweeted something today saying that he needs to heal up. I'm assuming he's just for a few weeks until they go on the road.
That's bad though. That's so bad.
But they've been stop and go with Kevin Owens for.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I know it's only like what 3 weeks, I guess now, until we're doing that.
Yeah.
So like, I guess it's selfishly, it's just leading to bad TV every week. Like I'm not interested in Raw, and I'm very not interested in SmackDown if you take Roman Reigns away. Like I don't know if you like should really be like, not to sound like savage or nothing, but letting these guys take a break right now. Like you have your viewership is in the trash. And now these guys are getting breaks, and I get healing up if that's their situation. Like get healing up right before you go live. It's just bad timing, I guess, and they really should have probably put on a better show during this. Because tell you what, these 3 weeks, I feel like are gonna drag.
Is Money in the Bank's going to be in front of a crowd?
Mm-hmm.
And that's mid-July?
18th, I want to say.
Yeah. And also, it's just the fact that it's like you said, I don't really think much is going to change in the way that there's nothing big that's going to happen, I feel, until Money in the Bank. You're not going to get.
If they did, like, if they like kind of like took baby steps toward a surprise, like get us excited for something, I'd be okay with that. The thing is, I don't think they're gonna do any of that. I think they're just gonna try and like load up the shows, don't tell us anything, and just unleash those 3 live shows, those first 3 live shows. And I'm usually okay with that. But like, you got to get me, like, if I didn't do this show, I probably wouldn't be watching Raw. You know, like, probably wouldn't be watching SmackDown. So you have to get me to get excited, because you're not gonna put on I think that you are not gonna be able to put on a good show in front of me live if what I'm watching on TV blows. So get with it. Like, perfect example, John Cena, wherever he's going, I think he needs to be somebody who comes back before the crowd. Before the crowd comes back. I think John Cena needs to come back before the crowd.
They won't do it. He's too.
I know they won't do it, but I think he needs to. He needs to.
What would you want to see him do? Just come out and
build, maybe like, all right, so like I'd be cool with him maybe building like towards the Roman Reigns match a little bit, not full blown, but like, so like there's the Money in the Bank pay-per-view beforehand. Maybe he like goes into the Money in the Bank match, maybe even win it, and then announce that he's challenging Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Maybe even do that. But like that so like But John Cena, I think, would be a perfect example. I'd rather see John Cena back before the crowd than Becky Lynch before the crowd. I think Becky Lynch is going to get the biggest pop of the year. Edge, another one, I think should be back before the crowd.
Yeah, they won't. They'll wait. They'll wait.
They won't. Yeah, exactly. They're not going to do any of this. They're going to wait. Lesnar's probably somebody who will refuse to come back before the crowd. And
yeah, like anyone who thought he was going to come back at Hell in a Cell was like, yeah, they're not going to.
That was me.
Did you think that?
I thought there was a slight chance at the end.
But he already did it. He already did that.
Yeah, I know, but like, they don't think about that.
And people were complaining about the Hell in a Cell. I was like, how can you complain about the finish of that match last night when literally like 2 years ago you had Seth Rollins and The Fiend like with like a no finish, like no contact.
Yeah, that was like the worst. Yeah, at least it got a finish.
And then you had the 1 year with Reigns and Strowman. You just had Lesnar show up and just beat everybody up, and the match was it. And that was a cash in for money. That was like Braun's cash in.
And was it? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's just like whatever. We're not gonna. Nothing happened.
Yeah, well, you put it that way. I mean, we'll get into the main event because I thought it was really, really good up until that point. But when you put it like that, it's like, all right, not a bad match.
But with Seth and Cesaro, I saw this was tweeted out. I was talking to you. I said this yesterday I think Seth wins and we move on to a program with Edge for SummerSlam. It's been talked about.
At work again. The jaBROni's at work again.
Like Edge has said it. Seth has said it. And I just figured there's no story. Like Edge was a little heelish the last time we saw him, but kind of had that brought onto him because of his anger towards Daniel Bryan. So I really think you could just bring Edge back and do this face Edge and this little weasel Rollins.
I mean, honestly, Edge had a gripe. So Edge had a gripe for the stuff he did leading up to WrestleMania. And do you think that Edge and Seth play off of? Do you remember when John Cena vanquished the Authority? Do you think they're going to play off of that?
Yes, I was just going to. I think there's that memory of him being held on his down and him having to bring back the Authority, and then he was going to do it. Like, I feel like it could get brought up. That has to be because that's a main part of their history. It has to.
Absolutely.
I'm just interested in how are they just going to do it where like Edge returns on SmackDown. He comes out, yay, and then gets interrupted. And that's how we start the program. Because it seems like that's probably what will happen.
Probably what will happen, but I'd rather have Seth cutting a promo and Edge be the one to interrupt him and then, just go into it. I don't know how you would do that, but
I think that would get what you said, obviously, would get the better crowd reaction.
I agree.
So that I think that's what would happen. You would want that Seth going out there saying that he's one of the greatest, blah, 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 going on. You think you know me. And we're off to the moon.
Yeah. I keep thinking though, that SummerSlam's the next pay-per-view. Like I'm expecting Seth Rollins to cut that promo this Friday night and then Edge come out this Friday night. But I'm like, wait a minute, there's a whole nother pay-per-view before we start building for SummerSlam. So let's calm down here.
Which they could do Cesaro Seth 3, which I think they probably will.
Wasn't this Cesaro Seth 3?
I don't think that they were ignoring stuff that happened on television, I feel, or just advantages on television. They've said WrestleMania, Cesaro won. Seth got his comeuppance. Like, they're making it. So I would have
losing track of all the rematches.
I mean,
but like, okay, Seth Rollins and Cesaro 3
this Friday.
Whatever. Fine. Do it.
Oh, I'm not complaining about it. They're awesome.
They're not going to have a good.
I mean, had it. I mean, more of a story for Hell in a Cell probably than title matches. But Kevin Owens, insane.
I was shocked that that was not in a cell match. I would have bet the house it would have been a month ago.
I'm still on the thing that I don't think it should be a pay-per-view. It should be.
It shouldn't be a pay-per-view.
It
shouldn't
just
be red. It shouldn't be a pay-per-view. Like, no, it's stupid.
The culmination of a feud you could have in a Hell in a Cell match, and it's one of those matches on that entire card. Like, it shouldn't. It just feels forced. Like
it's not like it's a gimmick match, but it's not supposed to be a gimmick match. Like a gimmick match, I don't think I used to not think of Hell in a Cell as a gimmick match. I used to think of that as like this is it. This is the end. You guys are done after this. Gimmick to me is like something that's like freaking stupid, like a freaking stairs match or a chairs match. That's a gimmick match. You know, Hell in a Cell, that has to happen at Armageddon and Bad Blood all the time.
And it's the same thing with like they have to do it with like Elimination Chamber. It's like there's a men's, there's a women's, then they have a tag team one. It's like, I get it. Soon enough, Money in the Bank. I'm surprised that tag teams don't soon enough will have Money in the Bank. Could you imagine? This is great. Hold on. Women's tag Money in the Bank. One team is the champion. The other team holds the Money in the Bank. And then that's it. There's no. Someone's always holding something. They can just trade them off yearly. Like, here's the briefcase. Here's the titles. They can just switch back and forth. Oh, fun.
Good stuff.
All right. Next up, we had the Raw Women's Champion. No, we didn't have that, right? That was later on. We had I tried to skip over it.
No, it's okay.
I mean, was this not everything you basically expected?
Actually, I expected a whole bunch of hokiness, and we got like an actual wrestling match. There was like 10% hookiness with the hypnotizing, but like we've seen
clapping and the
hypnotizing is like so normal now. Like, oh, okay.
Like I'm so used to it.
Yeah,
I knew it was gonna happen.
Like, if that's the worst they did, I'm actually okay with it. But I mean, it's still pretty bad.
Yeah, we had Reginald getting slapped. Did not like that, obviously. But I mean, I'm just kind of Lily's on timeout. There's stuff going on.
What the frig? Like, what are you doing with this doll? Is this a way to write off the doll or something? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand, man. I really don't. I'm not. I don't know what this is gonna lead into. Is this gonna lead into Bray coming back, or I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I feel like they're still gonna debut some kind of like alter
Lily.
That's not just her changing her makeup and skipping around and wearing dark makeup. I feel like she's gonna have some kind of like fiendish Lily thing when the crowd comes back. I don't know. That's just a feeling. I don't know.
I'm interested in seeing how they get away with all this hokey pokey stuff with fans, because I don't think the fans are gonna like this stuff.
No, but then also at the same time, she could go for the title, but I mean that didn't work out for the Fiend a couple times. So
I don't see. I think it would be different with Alexa, actually. Like, because haven't we seen her lose since she started this gimmick? Like, we've seen her lose before, right?
While she's been doing this?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think she's wrestled really that much. That's the first time she's wrestled in forever.
I don't know why, but I feel like if Alexa was champion right now, I don't think it'd be them backing themselves into a corner like they did with the Fiend. But I mean, I don't know. She needs get her out of this gimmick, please. Like, I miss Alexa.
I don't think it'll be. I think they're gonna go through with it for a little bit, but I feel like we'll get it. We'll get it back soon enough. But I feel like this is going on for the summer.
The summer. All right, fine.
We had Kevin Owens Sami Zayn again. These
This
guys,
is a match that I don't mind watching over and over again because there's always something that they do that's new. There's always something that they're always doing. And these guys have wrestled each other probably hundreds of times in their careers. So it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a 3-4 star match. So I don't mind it at all. In fact, I think this is probably second best match of the night.
this is up. This is in my top 3. I think Bianca and Bailey hands down was match of the night. That's me saying it.
Wow.
I thought it was really
well, you know what? I didn't see it. So
I mean, yes. And
I was gonna say I don't think I even have a top 3. I got a top 2.
that I liked Rollins, Cesaro. I liked Owens, Zayn, and I liked the main event. And I really liked the finish of the main event. And then I liked the response MVP gave afterwards about the finish of the match. I fucking love MVP, dude.
He's the man. He's the man.
And I will say, when I said it when he came out the Royal Rumble, I'll keep saying it. I said, oh, what a waste of an entrant and just someone coming back. And then they ended up kind of using him as what the role he's in now. And I was like, oh man. Mm-hmm. And I was saying it as him as a competitor. I was just like, I don't want but what he's doing, I'll always admit I was completely wrong. MVP is awesome.
Agreed. And I hope he builds like a dangerous alliance and Kofi gets in there and I don't know, Hurt Business 2.0. I hope so.
Before we get to that though, we had the Raw Women's Championship match. We had Charlotte and Rhea, and this one, I mean, I remember I think I looked down I was watching the Sixers game and I looked up and I saw Rhea like grabbing the title towards the announcer's table. And I had the sound down on it. So I was just like, oh, it looks like she won and like was grabbing the title and then going back and looking. I was like, oh, she like hit her with the table.
Need to ask something because it's been like eating at me. Say Cesaro would have won, right? And then you have this disqualification finish with Charlotte actually winning.
I would have been.
Would have been a title change? Because
I was thinking about that. I feel like
doesn't change hands on a DQ.
I feel like because it's so you have to like when you do the picks, you have to like both picks that we like you ordered on, you have to get both of them right. I think that's hard enough that you shouldn't have this extra thing now where that was the rule. I mean, one of us could have been like, oh, that's what we have to do, predictions, and be like, oh, I think there's going to be a double turn and that there's going to be a DQ finish. Like sometimes, I don't know, but now that's what would have happened. And I would have just been like,
I was kind of hoping you'd say, yeah, nah, man, that wouldn't have counted.
That would have been such a I mean, I probably should.
I'm like really mad that I changed my Seth pick. Pretty upset about this.
Then I would be a weasel, like a real weasel then.
Yeah, I guess.
Then there's too many rules.
Too many.
But screw that. Let's talk about Hot Bobby and Drew.
I love Hot Bobby. I really do.
Great.
Every week, like I grow fonder and fonder of him. And every week I grow less and less fonder of Drew McIntyre, unfortunately. Yeah. Like he's not at like the Roman Reigns level yet, but I'm pretty sick of him. I don't know. Like, and I like him too. Like I'm pretty sure he was one of our superstars of the year back in the day.
Carried the company basically for a whole year. But I mean, when you're still doing the same thing now.
And the same match, basically.
Where it was 100% what was needed. And like you said, with the Kofi stuff, it's like, I'm just interested to see.
Where do you think he goes?
I always get excited when there's a new feud. And then I'm always just like, even though I don't, and then I'm always just like,
All right. So where do you think Drew goes, and where do you think Bobby goes? Who's that one little like feud Bobby has before he gets to the big guy? Not Ryback.
I think Drew should get attacked by Jinder and the boys. Whoever the hell he's with now.
See, I thought that was possible. Like I thought it, like that's possible, right? I think that's a really good idea.
Because he's back, and it's something that people will be interested in because there's a history there.
I don't know, and like me thinking about this, I don't know his contract situation, what he's doing, but I actually thought Heath Slater was getting involved in the Hell in a Cell match last night and costing him.
That's a fantasy booking. Isn't he side? He's hurt.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where if he is or
I'm pretty sure he was with he's with Impact and he's injured currently.
See, that would have been cool though. But yeah, I like the Jinder idea. It's weird though. Like
he's been off. Jinder came back and was off of TV for a while already. But if they just had him on just a couple matches here and there, it would be perfect. Instead of these rematches and these US, have Jinder wrestle random people and beat them each week.
They do the whole Sheamus and Drew thing again for the US title.
No, that's such a weird, like to go right from the WWE Championship and then just be feud. I don't think he should be feuding for a title. That's why I think the Jinder thing is perfect.
If you're talking not a title, the Jinder thing absolutely makes perfect sense. Because who doesn't have a title do you want him feuding? Like, there's nobody.
And I the promos in my head for Jinder, like instantly when he comes out, when Drew comes out and runs his excuse, Jinder comes out and just brags about his title reign and how it was better. And it could be it right. Like, I kind of want to see this happen. I'm going to pop if Jinder comes out tonight.
Title reigns. This is another reason why I think that they're going to be starting to call up people. Like, literally, aside from Jinder, who would you have him feud with who doesn't have a title? I can't think of anybody. You're not going to throw him into like a. I mean, if you think about your top heels on Raw, Bobby, I guess, not doing that. Sheamus. Not gonna do that. The Miz can't do that. And then you got friggin' I forget who, but like that's why I'm
not thinking, around.
That's why I'm thinking like you're gonna have to.
I don't want to see
fresh blood in unless he like. I think Bobby Lashley's little something feud is either with Kofi or with Damian Priest. The thing is, Damian Priest hasn't been on TV, so probably not. Kofi has a victory over Bobby Lashley, so it's probably what you would get.
But that's just I feel like that's where Lashley is going for the next pay-per-view.
Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah, I feel like they could do Bobby, but then
it has to be Lesnar. It has to be Lesnar for SummerSlam.
And I feel like they keep denying reports on Lesnar and everything.
They're being very, very, very tippy-toe, very, very coy.
They have to be. I just feel like they are going to throw money at them, and they're going to do Lashley, Lesnar, Cena, Reigns, Rollins, Edge, and they're going to do another one. They're going to do Goldberg.
They're gonna, I mean, they're going to, and I'm okay. I'm all right with that.
I mean, get your Bella Twins probably back. Like they'll probably.
I'm not okay with that. I'm not.
But okay still, no. In general, that's like a pop culture thing. They are
saying in general. I think they should not be in the ring ever again.
They'll be even. I mean, and that's not even to think if they try to go after those internet celebrities again. And isn't what's your call hosting it? Nicki Minaj,
Cardi B.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, we did a whole thing on the show too about it, and you totally forgot about it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm all for them blowing up SummerSlam. I think that's exciting. Treating it like a WrestleMania, sure, why not? It's a special occasion. It's really gonna be like, I mean, it's not the first pay-per-view in front of fans by that point, but it's the biggest pay-per-view of the summer, and they've always advertised it that way. And it's the first time in an NFL stadium for SummerSlam, so they want to blow it up, blow it up. They got the money. They sold their network for $1 billion to a god dang website that doesn't work. So their hands off. Still bitter. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I mean, it almost can go in since it's almost that's your jaBROni of the week. I mean, kind of.
Do you even have to ask? Peacock, get your shiz together. All right? Just get it together. Not only did you affect me, but you affected, I mean, probably like dozens of people. I don't want to say hundreds, but dozens. Not only could I not watch the freaking pay-per-view, but it just so happened that this weekend the Phillies were on Peacock this week, and I had an issue watching them. I mean, they suck,
Didn't
but
they get destroyed that game as well?
they got destroyed on Father's Day. They won on Saturday, but they got lost on Friday as well. But that doesn't matter. It's not the point. Point is, I couldn't watch it. All right. You have so many people. I don't know if it's because you have new customers or new audience because of the network, and then you put the Phillies on top of it, and you get, but like, and then it just creates a lag. I don't know. I don't care. Get it together, because like I might as well watch it on like illegal website like Crack Streams or something. Okay, like
We got bleep that. We got bleep that.
oh shit, my bad. You didn't hear that. But yeah, I get your stuff together, and for the love of God, if you don't add the feature where I can start the pay-per-view from the beginning rather than just jump into it live, I will probably choke a child. Okay, I will do that. Okay.
I'm going to hop on with you and agree with you just off your last point alone. I know that I've heard that even from people I know that is the number one thing. Like if you don't start watching it from the beginning, like when it starts, like you can't just be like, oh, it's 7:20. Let me start it. And then kind of like I can catch up to it with stuff in between. Nope. Can't do that.
You know what? It's so terrible because, I mean, I don't know about you, but do you think I start watching Raw at 8 o'clock on the dot? No, I start watching it at like 9:20 usually. Sometimes these pay-per-views are like a 3.5, 4-hour Raw. You think I really want to watch every pay-per-view match on the dang card? No, I don't. So, and also, I mean, I forget why, but I mean, I think it's funny that Fox and NBC Universal are unhappy with WWE. There's some reports going out there, I guess because of ratings. Maybe that's why Peacock doesn't work. Maybe they're like, you know what? We're not going to show your stupid pay-per-view because you don't bring us any ratings on your TV show.
I love it.
jaBROni of the week.
jaBROni of the week.
That's twice. That's twice you've been on it. Getting in that stereo territory.
And I mean, we can throw in like Ben Simmons and maybe Shinsuke Nakamura, and then that's it. Like, no big deal. Like
Shinsuke.
Yeah, just those two real quick. Ben Simmons and Shinsuke Nakamura. And then yeah, that's it.
We didn't talk about
Baron.
I know.
It needed to happen.
Where do you think he goes? Do you think he's still like King Corbin, or do you
Constable
think
Corbin?
Constable Corbin in the waiter gear, or do you think he goes back to the Lone Wolf?
Lone Wolf?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I think a reemergence as the Lone Wolf would be actually pretty awesome. Not gonna lie.
You think Bianca gives him some hair and he brings his hair back?
I don't think so. I think he's got to go with the old Rogaine for that one.
I hope
He could
they
be a
like
lone. He could be a bald lone wolf.
they like Baron. They need to build him up. He needs to
I
be.
think if he could actually, if he went back to him doing the NXT stuff, beating people in like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, or whatever it was, honestly, I think it wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't hate it. I would not hate it at all. He
Make it
didn't,
happen.
huh? Yeah. I mean, he's a baby
Happen.
face. Make him a baby face. Make him not say a word. Just same old. No, the old entrance, not the same entrance. The old entrance. I know how much you love the entrance he has now, but maybe it's just a little reset button. Hit the reset button.
Oh, Baron,
But
just be relevant. Always be relevant.
relevant.
You're always relevant here, but all right.
Did you want to talk about Rey Mysterio and Roman Reigns in the Hell in a Cell on Friday night? It wasn't nothing special.
Yeah, I thought
was
like I just don't I get it for ratings. It was cool. It was just
Yeah.
it was everything that I expected it to be.
I agree.
Yeah, I guess that's why I really didn't I really didn't have that. It was good. There was good segments leading to it, but I don't know. It was just kind of all right. We'll see where they go now from here. I don't know if then like Dominic's gonna come back and now I don't know. But again, they always make it interesting with Mr. Reigns. So
he does.
let's see what happens.
We will see.
I need to know about this this untitled project that's happening.
That's what you need to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I texted you the other night thinking, I kind of want to throw myself into this I don't even know what to call it, this wrestling world of information, I guess you would say. I used to do the one-man shows. That's actually kind of how we met a little bit. You saw one of my old ones and we went on your show and stuff. And I was like, you know what? Like, why don't we just kind of redo that? It's nothing special. It's maybe 15, 20-minute videos of me doing a Raw review. I think there was a SmackDown review. And I'll probably just save the pay-per-views for us. Those are us. But yeah, I'll be doing Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, AEW reviews there. And Untitled Wrestling Network came from me worrying so much about what to name it that I was like, what if it just didn't have a name? It was just Untitled Wrestling Network. So I was like, that's about as creative as I've ever been in my life.
I was mentioning it to the wife and I was like, I really like that actually. It's just like it pops when it's just like if you're reading a review like the Untitled SmackDown review, the Untitled Raw review. I was just like, I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, the reviews so they have a title. It's like I forget what the SmackDown one was. I think it was like the date like 6/18/21, and then it says Hell in a Cell, sort of. But like right in front of that was Untitled SmackDown review titled yada 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 yada. So it's kind of supposed to be like a play on words and stuff, but yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And we'll have like more stuff as I think about things, like maybe if I grab another one of those things over there, I'll unbox it or something, or maybe I'll have future challengers for the jaBROni World Championship on there and interview them and see what they're feeling like, So
I like it.
you can subscribe to that at the Untitled Wrestling Network.
And we'll start putting all the links underneath there for that, obviously. And
please watch me for 20 minutes.
And then another credit for names too, because you also came up with the name for this show, jaBROnis, which was perfect because at the time I was doing the Broadcast Network, in which I had a few shows I did over there since like 2013. And we were coming up with the name for this. And that's why we still keep it, even though I'm done with the whole broadcast network. That's why the bro in jaBROnis is capitalized. I don't think we've ever like
you just blew
explained
everyone's mind.
because then it makes sense then. Like that's why jaBROnis is spelled that way because it was incorporated with the broadcast network and the like Butler.
It just makes sense. It just makes sense. I'm very right. I need a towel or something. The hat is shiny.
So yeah, we all have you have the Untitled Wrestling Network, and I've been starting Monday nights, or not been coming out Tuesday. I've been doing Monday night jaBROnis, which is just me doing a little review of Monday Night Raw, kind of in my own kind of way.
You're really into Reginald. I've read some things.
I have to maybe get away from my love of Reginald, but that was kind of like the ongoing joke of my first Monday Night Raw review.
No, I totally get where you were going. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
But it honestly, it made watching Raw way more fun. But I remember I was up very late last week. I don't know if the Sixers were on last month. Something made me where I did not start watching Raw and finishing it. Like I was up to like 2, and then I woke up early and finished that at like 9 something and put it out. Like, so the first one was, but now that I have the format of what I want to do down, but I think I might be watching Raw, like starting on the dot, maybe to get some of it done. But I don't know.
No,
maybe I'll wait a little bit. I think it's going to start coming, I think, just easily, just sitting there and kind of having the laptop and just doing it real quick. But that definitely makes the show more enjoyable. So you guys can check that out, bodyslam.net, every Tuesday morning. It'll be there. And then besides that, I mean, our handles are underneath us. You can see at jaBROni McCann. He's at jaBROni Butler.
At jaBROni Butler.
You can follow the show at jaBROnis Pod on Twitter. All episodes are at bodyslam.net. We're on Spotify, iTunes. Rate, review, subscribe.
All that
on YouTube. You can like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, lets you know when we come out. I mean, we are usually out every Saturday. This past Saturday, I basically like slept, I think, almost the entire day. I was feeling no energy at all. I don't know what it was, but so
we get this beautiful Monday matinee of the jaBROnis. What else? I mean, it's not bad at all.
Because this is going out, and then Raw starts in a little bit over an hour or so. So
yeah. Do you want your clue?
Yes, before we get out of here, we
can do Blue's Clues. Okay. All right. So your next challenger. All I can say for this week, he's a family man. That's all I can say. He's a family man.
Family man.
He's a family man. It's not Peter Griffin either. It's not Peter Griffin.
All right, family man. Maybe we're dealing with a father here.
Maybe. Could be a sister. Could be a son. Could be a brother. I don't know.
Are we getting weekly clues?
Yes, weekly clues. And I mean, again, as long as you remind me, because I'll forget. But
if I guess correctly, will it be told, or is it getting held all? You won't.
See, I'm a very bad secret keeper to where if like you were to say the name, I'd probably like just start cracking up. I'm gonna make the clues a little harder than that, but like as it gets closer, the clues will get more helpful, I would say.
Family man.
So like this is this show, and then we have 2 more shows after this before Money in the Bank, or I need to make sure he's here for prediction show. So I think we have 2 more shows before that.
2, yeah, we might have 3.
Sunday's the 20. Oh man, the pay-per-view is the 18th. So it would have to be. Let me get my handy dandy calculator out. Today's the 20th. We got 1, 2. Yeah, we have 3 shows. 3 shows. So you get 3 more clues. But yeah,
Family man.
he's a family man. He's a family man.
Bring it. It's gonna be interesting with we're gonna have to pick a money in the bank match. Ooh.
Just saying, last time, well, not that it matters because I'm not the one challenging, but last time you lost the championship, it was due to a multi-man match. So you're not good with those.
Don't think these stats are necessary. I didn't know we had a
I mean, I don't know.
Didn't know we had a statistician.
Yeah,
Didn't know
well,
that count on.
I
Don't
got
like
a lot,
those
I got a lot of
stats.
free time, you know.
I'd like to challenge those stats. Is there a flag? Throw this thing.
It's there, man. It's there. You see it.
Yeah, there's proof of it.
Yeah.
All right. So we will return this Saturday. We'll break down the week that was. We'll see where Raw's headed. We'll see where our champions are headed. SmackDown. And then we'll talk about. We went the whole episode talking WWE. We'll talk about AEW.
Well, because AEW is on Saturday night this week. Jungle Boy
And it's a
versus
big show.
Jungle Boy versus Omega.
So see, we're again gonna just miss it then. So should we record on Sunday then?
I can do Sunday. I'm off Sunday. I can do Sunday.
We're gonna make that work then. We should do early. Well, we're coming out early Sunday, and it should be up by noon.
There we
And then
go.
we can talk about everything the whole week.
Everything.
New jaBROnis, all that.
Love it.
All right. Until then, jaBROnis out.